Hi and welcome to another episode. First things first, Happy New Year to everybody, and hopefully this year will bring us more smart home stuff and allow us to do more integration, more work, and make things easier in the smart home. Also, I would like to thank all my subscribers, and we're now over 600, which is brilliant, and its numbers are growing. So yes, please do subscribe and spread the word, and let me know how things are, and if you need anything different, write down comment section, send me an email, and I'll do my best to get the new videos up and online as soon as possible. So what I'm going to do today is the Philips Hue. Philips Hue seems to be taking off now quite a fair bit, and a lot of people have got Philips Hue bulbs and things like that. Now the good thing about Philips Hue is, unlike Fibaro modules and things like that, which you have to physically install in switches and things like that, Philips Hue can just be plugged. It's just a bulb for your holders, plug it in lamps, put them in the rooms. Yes, you do have to leave all the switches in the on position, hence why they're probably better off to use these types of bulbs in things like lampshades and things like that, which is why I've bought the hub and a few bulbs precisely for that. I prefer the dimmers in the lights and controlled by switch, and these are going to be for lampshades in the rooms. So these can be left safely in the on position, but with control wise, ideally I don't want to be opening up separate apps, and I'd rather make scenes and things like that, which the Fibaro can control, and the good news is the Fibaro can control it. So now I'm going to show you how to do it. So let's go on to the Home Center. Now, first things first, I'm going to assume that all the bulbs, it's straightforward to get the Hue working. Once you plug it in, download the app on your mobile, and it will search for the hub. Once the hub is searched, have your bulbs plugged in and switched on, and it literally finds the bulbs, and you just say add to system, and literally that's it. It's that easy. So I'm not going to go through that as I've already done that. So what happens is, I'm just going to bring my app up. What happens is we'll end up with, let me zoom out. You'll end up with something like this. So what I've done is they all appear in like an unassigned room. So under the settings, under the settings, you can click on the room setup and just set up your rooms by clicking on the add. And so what I've done is I've got 3 bulbs. I've just created a random room called 1, 2 and 3, and then you just select which room the bulb's going to be in. Again, it's fairly straightforward to set up the app side. Now that is all done, and to prove it's working, turn on, that's one, turn on the second one, and then turn on the third one, and then just turn them all off. So those are my 3 bulbs set up in the 3 different rooms. If you want, once you've turned them on, you can then do all your color settings and things like that from the app itself, and it just shows you on the interface what color you've set. So that's straightforward, simple. Now the main reason why I'm doing the video is to show how to integrate with the Fibaro. So let's start by logging in to the Home Center, and what you need to do is click on plugins. You need to install the Philips Hue plugin. I've already done that, so you just click on available, type here Hue and hit install. I've already installed it, so for me it's just open. And then we need to add the device. So actually add a Philips Hue device. So here, once it comes down, you can just name it what you like, put it in whichever room you like. Then we click on the Advanced tab and we need to search for the IP address. So hit search and it'll bring up the hub that you've got, and hit select, and then I hit save. Then what I want to do is I need to connect it to my bridge. So I then press the hub middle button and then I hit the create user, and then we've got to wait 30 seconds for it to discover. After the 30 seconds you then press start search, and that should then pull the data from the hub. After the minute's up, press the save button and it should have my bulbs appearing in the unassigned. So hit the your house button again, and there we have it. At the bottom we have our 3 bulbs, 3 devices. Now, so if I turn on, if I press the master button, that turns on all 3 bulbs at the previous levels. Press them off and all 3 turn off. So that's like the master control. And then I have the bulbs 1, 2 and 3. So if I turn bulb 1 on, turn it off, this is bulb number 3, that's turned off, and then this is bulb number 2 and turned off. Also, if I click on this icon, we can actually set the different colours. So let's turn it on first, and then we can go through the different colours, the saturation, so how much colour is going to be there. So this is 0 colour, so it's on pure white. And of course we can alter the brightness as well with it. So we've got brightness control, how much saturation, and then of course we've got the different colours that we can set, all within the app, all within Fibaro itself rather than the Philips Hue. Yes, the downside to this is I know some of the built-in scenes and colours of the Philips Hue you won't have access to, but I know a way of creating that all in one as part of scenes. So let's turn this off for now and let me close that down. So now we've got it all under control. Now I'm going to open up a scene, and right on the Advanced tab I've written some code in previously. So what I'm going to do is, when I said you've got certain functions that you can do with this, you've got the turn on function, and of course you've got the turn off function. So let me just uncheck these. So Fibaro call ID of the bulb, so in my case I've used bulb 1, and then turn on, and then ID of the bulb, turn off. So they're your 2 standard functions if you're using Fibaro to turn a bulb on and off. But we want to change the colours. So to change the colours, you've got to use the change brightness to alter the brightness, change saturation, which alters the saturation, and then of course to change the colour is to change hue. Now the problem is the hue colours range from 0 to 65535, so 65,535 as the full colour range of the circles, and there's not really an easy way to find out which colour you want. Not like say the Fibaro RGBWs where you can change the different sliders with different colours. So to do that, we are going to ask Fibaro exactly what it's showing, and then we write those colours down, and then we can incorporate them into our scenes. So for that we need our phone and the Hue app. So I'm going to comment this section out completely so it doesn't run it. So hit save. And then I'm going to debug the codes for the brightness, the saturation and the hue. So your phone, open up the Hue app, and I'm going to turn on room 1. So we've got the colours, different colours, so we can set, I know what that is. So we set the different colour. So say let's have a green. No, I kind of like, let's just choose any colour. So I like this colour, and oops. Choose that colour, and let's adjust the brightness right down to there. So yeah, let's have a look at that. I like that. So, and then what we do, we've set that lamp. We then go back to our scene and press the start. And what it's done is here these 3 values. So the top one is brightness, the second one is the saturation value, and the third one is the actual hue value. So you make a note of these numbers, and I have lost my pen. So I've got right. Got a text file now. Let's write these numbers down. So brightness is 56, and saturation was 254, and the color is 9316. Okay, that's one set written down. Now let's create a different color. Let's go say red, and click OK, and we increase it, and let's do full brightness. Okay, we'll hit start again. Oops. Ah, there it is. So we have 254, 254, and 63921. So 63921. That's the second one. Now we're in the room 1 again. We hit the scenes button, and let's do it as a night light. So we select the night light option in the scenes, and that's full brightness, which we don't want. That's a nice, let's put it a little bit higher. There, that's a nice night light. So let's see what color that one is. So again, I'm using the app to create all these different lighting levels that I want. Then I go back to Fibaro, press start, and then it gives me my color and hue and brightness settings. So that's 29, 251 and 6291. There we are. So now let's turn the light off. Done. So the light is now switched off. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come back to my scene, comment out these sections here so it doesn't run it, and uncomment this one. And then we'll just put the values in. So our first value was 56 for the brightness, 254 for saturation, and the hue, let's get rid of this, and the hue value was 9316. Oops, 9316. And then after 5 seconds we'll turn the light off. So hit save. So press start, and that's our first light setting. So that's exactly the same level as what I changed on my mobile to get to mimic, and turned off after 5 seconds. So now let's change to the second one, which was that ready color, 63921. 63921. Press save again. Press start, and we've got that ready color again just like it was before. I don't know how clear that is in the film, in the movie. And then finally we had that nightlight mode, which was a 29, 251 and 6291. 6291. Press save again. And press it again. And there we have our dimmed nightlight again. So I'm hoping this then allows you to integrate your Philips Hue, choose a colour using your Philips Hue app on your phone. You can go back to Fibaro, type in the top few lines to get the levels, keep them written down, and then add them to a scene, and then you can add that to your scene for on, off, so you can then create your own different mood lighting, and all through Fibaro app. If you wanted to, you can actually do it using a virtual device, which is not a bad idea. So hit devices, add or remove device, and we're going to create a virtual device. Click on add. Again, you can name it whatever you want. Let's click on advanced. So what we're going to do, I have got 1, 2, 3 buttons. So I've got 3 lights, so for argument's sake I'm just going to add one setting of 3 buttons, and we're going to call this white light, the red light, and call it night light. Get rid of the strings to send, and hit press it on lure, lure, and of course lure. So, and we are going to, so it was line number 1, and then we go turn on, enter, and then it's Fibaro call 684, comma, change brightness. So this was a white light, so this is my number 1, so that's 56. It would help if I learn how to spell again. And then Fibaro call 684, comma, and this one was change saturation, which is in our case 254, close brackets, and then this is, no, it's pretty autocorrect. I don't know why it's got autocorrect, but anyway, just be careful. I don't know why my browser's got autocorrect. 684 again, comma, and change hue. Notice this, the uppercase on the second wording, and this was 9316, 9316, and close brackets, and that's it. So we're gonna create a separate off command anyway. In fact, if I put that onto a separate button, so copy, hit save first, because I want to add in a couple of extra buttons, so press that, add in 2 more buttons, yep, and we're just going to move them to the top. So we've got red, white, and night light, and then here we have on, off. Let's put that there. Change that to off. Yes. And then what we're going to do, we just copy and paste these 2 values here, so I don't have to write it all out again, and change all these values. That was 254 and 63921. 1, and then this was 29 251 6291. hit save. I know this is a bit rushed, so I clicked on add devices, add a virtual device, name it whatever you want, put it into whichever room you want. Then choosing a set of buttons, just a case of just clicking on a checkbox and hitting add set. So I added a double and a triple button. Then I made sure the lure code was ticked, and then I put the label on, off, and then I put the code in for on and put the code in for off. Then I created the other three buttons. I created the colours white, red and night light. Well, I've used all my commands. There's only certain characters you can fit in, so you have to make sure your names are concise. So I'll just put that there and like that. Okay, so and then put the command in. So it's exactly what I wrote in the scenes. So ID number, change brightness, change saturation, change hue, and then you press save. So we scroll back up to the device. So now if I press on, it turns on to the last previous on mode, which was the night light. And if I press off, it will turn off. So let's turn it back on again, and let's hit red light. So it's turned red. Go for the original white or the night light, and it changed. Not much difference between the night light and the white light, so we can say let's change it to 29,000. Press save, and I don't know what color it is now. So if I hit white again, it's actually green. So you can actually experiment as well if you wanted, just by putting any number in between 1 and 65,535, or just use the app, or generate a random number and let the software decide what to do and what color to do. So that's how you can create a simple remote control for your Hue using your mobile and have the colors preset. So if you like a particular color and you want to keep it all the time, let Fibaro, using the scene, get the numbers off the Fibaro and then save it, and that's it, it's set. So you can always use those same settings. Let's turn it off for now. And the other thing is devices, scroll to your lights and press the spanner icon, and it's just a case of then changing this to a name and assigning it to a room, and hit save, and then therefore that bulb will then go into a particular room of your choice. So being the front room, living room, or whatever room you want to put it in, then at least it's in line with all your other Fibaro devices and your automation system. I hope that's been helpful and comprehensive. Any questions, as usual, put them in the comment section, and if you enjoyed the video, hit likes button, and also if you're not a subscriber and you like these videos, do hit subscribe. And finally, feel free to donate and buy us a coffee or whatever. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.